Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So, we have already seen the two principal themes of Ishavasya Upanishad. As we have been discussing, in the very first mantra, the principal message has been given. And what is that? That everything is nothing but Ishvara. And one should protect this vision with Tyaga, with the spirit of giving, with the spirit of renunciation. One should protect this knowledge. Having done that, then in the second mantra, those who are not ready for this knowledge, those who are still not quite ready, because this knowledge requires preparation in terms of the antakarana, or the mind should be ready, should be mature, should be pure. So if that is not there, then immediately this knowledge will not be grasped, will not be assimilated. And that is why in the second mantra, which we did yesterday, Kurvaneva iha karmani jiji vishet shatam samaha, in that mantra, Upanishad prescribed the method by which one can get ready, one can prepare one's antakarana for this knowledge. So, whatever Upanishad has to say is over with these two mantras. But still, there are other mantras. So now, to praise the aspirants of the first mantra and the second mantra, now Upanishad wants to really praise them. Praise who are all ready for the vision that everything is Ishvara. There is nothing but Ishvara. This message which has already been given, and now to praise them. Not only to praise them, but to praise the sadhakas of the second mantra, who are not ready, but are ready to live a certain life with the attitude of giving, with the attitude of offering. Both of them are now being praised. But praised in which manner? Now in the third mantra, in order to praise them, Shruti or Upanishad now condemns, or rather censures, those who doesn't fall in any of this category. Those who do not fall in the category of the first mantra, which means they are not ready to even understand that this everything is Ishvara. Plus, they are not ready to give even the benefit of doubt to this. And the second mantra, where the sadhakas are ready to live the kind of life prescribed by the Upanishad, to be able to get ready for this knowledge. Those who are to praise these two people, now the Shruti or Upanishad is censuring the third kind of people who are just given to the life of consuming, life of just aggrandizing. Those whose life revolve around nothing but their own ego. Means those who live a self-centered life, in whose life there is just time and inclination just for consuming and enjoying. So this is totally against what the Upanishad said in the first two mantras. So to praise the people or the aspirants of the first two mantras, now the third kind of people are being condemned, and in little strong words. Sometimes, this is called Arthavada. Just for your information, this method which is adopted of censuring is called Arthavada, which means that when you want somebody to do which is good, when you want somebody to adopt something which is good in life and keep away from something that is not good in life, you praise what is good and you censure what is evil, so that people are inspired to take up what is good. Mother adopts this method very often, as we told you yesterday. When the mother wants the child to study, then she will praise those students and those graduates and those successful people. Say, see how they have come up in life. You also, if you study well, if you focus on your lessons, then you will also be able to achieve this position in life. And look at those others. Now they are pulling the cart and doing all kinds of menial jobs. Why? Because they never studied. And so they will not get white collar jobs. So they will not be successful in life. In this way, she will point out to those people. This is so that the child is inspired to take up to follow the students who are coming up in life and will study. So this is called Arthavada, which now Upanishad is doing in the third mantra. In the third mantra, let us read the third mantra and then we will explain. You repeat after me. Asuriyanam te lokaha andhena tamasa vrutaha tamste pretya bigachanti ye kechatmahano janaha. I'm just showing you to show you the method which Shruti adopts. Asurya namate lokaha andena tamasa vrutaha tamste pretya abhigachanti ye kecha atmahano janaha. Shruti says that those who kill themselves, those who injure themselves by making a wrong choice, by adopting a wrong path in life. And what is that path? Just consuming, just enjoying a life of self-gratification. Gratification at the level of the body, at the level of emotions, at the level of intellect, at the level of ego. Those who are given just to life of gratifying themselves, either their gross body or their sense organs, or their mind, or their intellect, or their ego, all the time looking for gratification. How will my ego be gratified? How will I enjoy more? How will I satisfy my gross body as well as my sense organs? Those whose goal is only this, which means bhoga, about them, Shruti is saying that where will they go Tamste pretya abhigacchani. After that death, this is how Shruti mentions here. They will go to those lokas, those realms where here also they are deluded and there also it is totally covered with darkness, which means they will remain deluded. Because they have not used their free will which is given in this life. They have not used their intellect, which is a precious gift given to elevate ourselves. Because they could not do that, now they will not be able to do that. In these words, Shruti is censuring them. Why? The thirst here is not in censuring. The goal or the theme of the Upanishad is not to censure them, but as I said, to do what? To praise the other two who are really working hard in life, who are really adopting a lofty vision and are working for that, who are trying to know the truth plus abide in the truth. To praise them, these people are censured. Let's see how they are wasting away their lives. Because here also, see, we are given free will. The speciality, the wonder, the uniqueness of human life is that we are given free will. We are given intellect. Intellect is given to animals also, to other species also. They also do have intellect, but that is limited just to ahara. In Sanskrit there is a verse, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. These are the four things in which they utilize their intellect. Even animals, as I said, they have some brain, but primarily their brains are used in getting food, their prey. They are afraid also all the time, so they try to protect themselves from other higher animals. Ahara, bhaya, and they are given to nidra, tamas. Tamas is there. Of sattva, rajas and tamas. We talked about these three qualities of the mind. What the other species have in predominance is tamas. And so all the time after eating they are sleeping. Ahara, nidra, bhaya and maithuna. Maithuna means lower kind of satisfaction, gratification. They are preoccupied with this. Their lives are mainly limited to this. In some animals you may find some exceptions sometimes, but that exception is not a rule. Generally this is what there is. Now, there is a very important verse which says, if human beings also have this fourth, if human beings, in the lives of human beings also, if these four are important, then what is the difference? Then how are human beings different from them? They develop horizontally. Generally speaking, they develop horizontally, whereas human beings develop vertically. There is a reason behind that you have something more. You are given free will. Free will means I decide which path I have to take in my life. Every moment there are choices before us. Many choices are there. From that, which path am I choosing? In that lies the success of human life. Other species do not have much choices, and they are programmed by nature. They are programmed by Ishvara. They do not have too much of free will. Very few grasses, supposing for a cow grass is there, some other plants are there. From that she will choose that I will eat this. That also most of the times they are guided by nature. So their lives are programmed. Plus we must know that only in human life you have a choice to perform deliberate actions. In other lives, like in the lives or lives of other species, that is animals, worms, insects, and in their lives, you don't have that kind of free will. You do not do any papa karma or punya karma in those lives. Whatever papas are there, you are simply exhausting them. They are not performing any deliberate, a cow is not doing any deliberate papa karma or punya karma. See, when a tiger hunts a deer, when a tiger preys upon a deer or some other animal, he is not committing any sin. He is not committing any sin because that is how nature has programmed him to fulfill his desire to eat. He is not, but if a human being kills a deer with a gun in his hand, then we are definitely being violent. We are transgressing the laws of dharma and are being violent. Understood? Tiger is not being violent because that is how he has to survive. There, the law is survival of the fittest. So they are not committing any sin. Even in upper lives, devatas, pitrus, gandharvas, there are lokas, realms above human life, above earth. There are lokas, that is realms below this human life, that is earth. In lower lives also, no deliberate karma, no new or fresh papa means unbecoming action or punya karma, that is virtuous action, is not performed by them. They are merely exhausting their sins. That is why they are given that life. You exhaust because of papa. They have some animals have lot of strength, but still a human being governs them. They cannot do anything. They are just, totally helpless in a way. So they cannot speak, they cannot do anything, nothing new, just live their life, that's all. That is there. What about the other upper echelons of life, such as devatas, pitrus, gandharvas? So many other lokas are there, realms are there, where also people go after death according to their karmas. Even there, no new karmas are performed. They also exhaust. But what they exhaust? Punya karmas. Their virtuous actions, because of their virtuous actions performed here with certain desires, sakama karma, that may I achieve this. And so many virtuous actions a person does in this life to be able to enjoy the result of those virtuous actions. They go in the upper realms, but they are also exhausting away. They are in fact using away. They are what shall we say? They are using away their credit card. Nothing new, nothing new. Whereas this human life is combination of papa and punya. Here both are there. Mishra, it is mixture of certain papa karmas, certain punya karmas. It is a combination. In some there may be more of punya, in some there may be more of papa, but in some or the other, papa punyas are combination is there. Plus here too, here only, not two, here only free will is given. Free will means I choose what I want to do. Karma is a precious gift. Karmas actions performed at three levels. Actions are performed at three levels. At the level of the gross body, that is physical actions, plus at the level of the speech, plus at the level of mind. At these three levels, we perform actions. With the body also, virtuous action can be done, or a papa karma can be done of hurting someone, killing someone, injuring someone, helping someone. Anyone you choose. At the level of speech also, I can hurt someone with my speech, or I can really help them. Level of the mind too, understand. At the level of the mind also we perform karmas. So at all the three levels, actions are performed. And with my free will, I decide. I am given a choice and freedom what to do, what not to do. And when I do it, should I do it this way or that way? Should I not do, or when I do it this way or that way? This freedom only human being has. And that is why when this possibility is there for you, for a person, for a human being to rise, utilize the free will in the best possible way. A blank check is given. To human being, a blank check is given. You are given the freedom to rise this ladder of evolution and become free, totally free, by knowing yourself, by knowing the Atma, by knowing Ishvara. This biggest chance, this biggest opportunity is possible only and only in human life. It's not possible elsewhere. And so, Upanishad sees this, that in spite of getting this beautiful chance, rarest of rarest opportunity, rarest of rare opportunity is given. And even then, if we do not utilize it, then, and not only not utilize it, but then waste it away in life of consumption, in life of gratification, then we are no different. There is that verse with dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha. What is something special about human life? That you can perform, you can live a life of dharma. Dharma means righteousness. Dharma means morality. Dharma means ethics. More than that, dharma means harmony. More than that, dharma means knowing the truth as your own self. This is the biggest possibility in human life. And when that is not utilized, and because there is choice, a Kathopanishad describes beautifully that every moment in human life there are two paths before you. And see, either the human being can either choose the path of Shreya or the path of Preya. Shreya means ultimate good. When I choose Shreya means it will result in ultimate good, long lasting happiness, and it will definitely evolve me. That path is also possible for me to choose. It is before me. And the other path is there, which is that Preya. Preya is pleasant, appears very pleasant, appears very attractive. But the end result is not good. End result is wasting away our energy, our time, our strength, and winding up with something mundane, winding up with something ephemeral. This is prayer. Every moment there is a choice before me that I take this path or this path. Understand, there is no choice in making a choice. No choice in making a choice. No, I will desist. Even when you desist, then you are losing the chance. You have to make a choice. either at 10 o'clock to go to the class, either at 10 o'clock to come and attend this class, or do something else. What you do is not bad, but you could have done better. I'm just giving I'm just giving an example. Nothing is meant after this. So in the early morning, either I can do Bhagwan's, I can do japa, meditate, or I can go for a walk. Is not bad, but I can read newspapers one after other, or sit and talk. So when two possibilities are there, which possibility am I choosing? Either in summer I can go for beach and things like that, or I can utilize it in different way for me to grow. So every time there is a possibility to grow, or possibility to stagnate, or possibility to go down from where I am. These possibilities are there, but for me to be able to decipher that this is the correct one and choose that. Attractive is other one. Attractive is Preyaha. I will tell you that. It is said that path of Shreyaha is not easy. Why? It is not attractive. In fact, in the beginning, it is bitter. The path of Shreyaha in the beginning is bitter. Like students are there, and then one student is there who understands all this. So right from the beginning, he is focused on his lessons and on his subjects every day. In school also attentive, when others are playing, others are laughing, others are making fun, he is utilizing his time. Others will make fun of him, but he does that. He desist from other things and does that. And other fellows, they enjoy, go to restaurants and this things and that, they do that. It will looks very good, but this fellow, yattad agre vishameva, in the beginning it is difficult, but in the end it is good. Whereas path of Preyaha is attractive in the beginning, but in the end it will deplete you. It will take away from you your time, your energy, both at the level of sense organs, at the level of mind, at the level of intellect. Takes away, doesn't give you much. So the path of the Shreyaha, quite bitter. But in the end, like if we live a life of exercise, another example, every day I do prayers, I do exercise, I do yogas, plus I take care in what I eat healthy food. The salads are not attractive. Eating salads without dressings, because with dressings it can become quite tasty. But without, cottage cheese, without those dressings, just little salt, little pepper, eat salad. Who is going to enjoy that? But I'm just giving a simple example. And that is one dish before me, and other dish before me is rasgulla, chole, and parathas, heated lacha parathas and things like that, all this thing. Now, this is good. This is pleasant, this is good. Path of Shreyaha is good, path of Preyaha is pleasant. This, we'll take care. We'll walk a little more, do little more exercise, treadmill little more. But in the end, my cholesterol will increase, sugar level increase, BP increase, all this will happen. Whereas here everything trim and fit and proper. So the path of Shreya in the beginning is quite tough, arduous, but the end result is good. Whereas other one, Preyaha, in the beginning very attractive, you slip, slippery path, tempting path, and the end is you are losing. So in one path of Preyaha, short term gain is there, but long term loss. Path of Shreya, long term gain, short term pain. In the long run, you will be enjoying in the sense it will be divinative. We have to choose, and in this choice we require our free will and intelligence. Like in Kathopanishad, I will give you a brilliant example. In Kathopanishad, this is another Upanishad where the story is that there is a child called Nachiketa. He is of the, I think, he must be, I think, of just 12 years. And because of certain reason, he had to go to Yamaloka. Because of his father's mistake, he had to go to Yamaloka. And when he went there, Yamaloka, he was sent to, because I will tell you, there was a yaga going on. His father was performing a yaga, which is called Vishwajita Yaga. The condition of this yaga is that you have to give away all your wealth at the end of it. All your possessions, you have to give it to the priests who are doing it. But then this child is watching that when it was time to give dakshina, what did his father give? His father gave away very weak and dilapidated cows which cannot bear anything, cannot eat anything, cannot drink anything. This kind of cows were given to the brahmanas and the priests. So the boy is thinking that what will happen to my father by giving this kind of cows in dakshinas? It will become a burden to those who are taking. So he was worried that because when you do not perform a yaga properly, then not only will you get the good result, but you will wind up with bad result. So this child is worried about his father. So he went and asked his father, where will you give? So he is thinking, I am also his property. I am my father's property. So let me offer myself. So he goes to his father and tells him that, whom are you going to give me? Whom will you give me? Whom will you give me? Twice, thrice. And father is seated in that yaga. So he got angry. Go to hell, like this is an expression. Like that, the father said, Mrutya vetva dadami. I give you to Mrityu. Mrityu means Lord Death, Yamaraja. And this child is taking everything to the letter, verbatim he took. And then he is ready to go. Then father realized that what he has done is it is a wrong thing. He said, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it better. Don't go. Then the child says, what do you mean by you didn't mean it? Should I not live up to the words of your words are important to me? And just for this life, should we forsake the words? When words come out, and especially when you are sitting in the yaga, when the words have come out, those words are important and should be followed. I cannot forsake truth for this life, so let me go, don't worry. Life is not important. Like Lord Rama, prana jaye par vachana na jaye. Raghukula Rita sada chalye. And Rama went. Even Dasharatha did not want him to go, but still he went happily. Similarly, this child is going, Nachiketa. His name is Nachiketa. And then he goes to Yamaloka. Then Yamaraja was not there. He was away. Because he was busy person, no? Yamaraja is very busy, running there and running here, India, UK, and India also, so many states. A very busy person. So he was not there. So, but this fellow is very smart. He said, I am his property, so I will not enter his house. Yamaraja's wife called him, come inside, because Atithi has come, and Brahman Atithi. But he did not go. He said, not I am Yamaraja's property, so unless he comes, I will not go. He stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights without food, without water. at the gate of the palace. Then Yamaraja came, and he realized that when you don't take care of Atithi, guest, then a householder is committing a crime. This is our culture. Atithi Devo Bhava. This is our culture. So Yamaraja says, because of what wrong I have done, I compensate that by giving you 3 boons. 3 boons I offer you. You ask whatever you want to ask. So in the first boon he asked, let that my father is too worried about me because I have come here. So, oh Yamaraja, please see to it that my father has no worries about me, and when I go back, he ensured that I will go back. When I go back, my father should recognize me and everything should be normal between us. Because if you come from Lord Death, then who is going to accept you? You are a ghost. So he said, no, when I go back, he should accept me and everything should be normal. So his concern for his father is shown. Then, in this one boon. In second boon, he asked for the Vidya of Swarga, because he is not interested, but he knows that others are, to go to Swarga. Everybody aspires to go to heavens and enjoy that. So he said, teach me the Vidya of Swarga, whereby one can go there. So Yamaraja taught him, and he gave it to the society. He gave that Vidya to the society. All this is done. Then in the third boon, what is he asking? He is asking for the knowledge of the self. He says, what happens after death? Tell me that. Does Atma live after death or not? Or what happens to the self after death? All means this kind of questions, fundamental questions he comes up with, and he is asking Yamaraja. Yamaraja is now astonished. He says, this child is asking these questions. So he wanted to test whether he really means it or not. So he is taking his test, and so he is offering. He says, I offer you everything else. I will offer you pleasures, life, possessions, name, fame, everything, not only of the earth but of heavens. I give you everything, but do not ask for Atma Vidya. Don't ask for that. It is not easy. Then he says, then all the more I want it. Then all the more I want it. And Yamaraja kept on offering one thing after the other. Any person will fall for that. But Nachiketa just steadfast. He was so steadfast in his choice. And on the contrary, he is teaching Yamaraja, what you are offering me, Yamaraja, is not going to be there tomorrow. It is not going to be there tomorrow. And plus, while enjoying them, all my strength and stamina of my sense organs, body, mind, intellect is going to be depleted totally. And you want me to have that in exchange of this third boon for Atma Vidya? I am not interested at all. If you want to give me knowledge, otherwise I go. See, he is putting pressure upon Yamaraja. Yamaraja was so pleased. So here he gave then. He started teaching. Here our point is, he had this two right before him. Either Atma Vidya or entire pleasures of the 3 worlds are just given to him, and he threw it away. He said, you keep it. You keep all this dance and music and this damsels and everything for yourself, not for me. So what I am saying is that path of Shreya is not attractive. This Preya is very attractive right before you, everything. And he did not make a wrong choice. He stood upright with this choice and he got the knowledge. So, Shruti, Upanishad here is telling us that one who do not make, in a way, Upanishad is lamenting here, that even though this free will is there, most human beings are not able to choose. And then they are deluded here and hereafter. That is why, in a way, is urging, in a way, Upanishad is urging us to make the correct choice, which is offered to us in the first two mantras. Okay, so this is the message of the third mantra. Then, as I had told you earlier, there are 18 mantras in this Upanishad. The message is already, the lesson is already given. Then from 4th mantra to 9th, no, 4 to 8, from 4 to 8 again, the theme of Atma Vidya, that Ishvara is everywhere, that is again taken up. And the knowledge of the self is again unfolded from mantra 4 to 8. Plus, in 7th and 8th mantra, the result of knowledge is given. What is the result of this exalted knowledge? That then there is no hatred, no aversion for anything, because you see yourself in everyone and everyone in you. Because there is just one. So everyone is in me, I am in everyone. So really there is just one. So absolutely no aversion, no hatred, only love. And then this person has no delusion, no grief, nothing because of this knowledge. So in short, in 4 mantras again the knowledge of the self is unfolded. Then, so the theme of the first mantra is taken up from 4 to 8 mantras. Then from 9th mantra to 14th mantra, what is taken up? The theme of the second mantra, that kurvan eva iha karmani. So live a life in such a way that you become pure, you become wise, you become mature, which was the theme of the second mantra, that live, desire to live for 100 years, but live in a certain manner by which live a life of giving, offering, reaching out, not consuming, grabbing, selfishness. So that which was the theme of the second mantra is elaborated from mantra beginning from 10 to 14. That is done. And where very beautifully in life there should be judicious combination of karma and upasana. In life there should be both, because karma performed at the physical level is also karma. Karma performed at the mental level in the form of worship is also karma, is also action. So Upanishad says, let there be very good combination of these two, because physical karmas in terms of service, reaching out, that has one kind of result, and karmas performed at the level of the mind in terms of worship, in terms of meditating upon Ishvara, that has another result. So may you not remain without the result of each. So do both, because otherwise some people are just given to action. They may be doing good work, helping others, but morning to evening only that. They never take Ishvara's name. No time for that. No inclination also for that. No time for meditation and things like that. And they philosophize. No, I just believe in serving. But you are missing out what other thing has to give you. And some people from morning to evening just mala. They are not utilizing the physical capacity which has been given to you to help others. They do not do that. So Upanishad says have both. Have both in life. Then only it will be helpful. Having done that, now remains last 4 mantras from 15 to 18, 15, 16, 17, 18, 4 mantras are left. Then now Upanishad dedicates those 4 mantras to prayer. 4 mantras are in the form of prayer, but prayer of a dying person who is about to leave. And here is a person who has spent his life in worshipping devatas. He has worshipped Devata and mainly sun god, Surya Devata. So he is praying. But this prayer can be looked upon as a prayer of a sadhaka, of an ordinary person also. At the end, the person is praying. Which person? This person who has given his life, who has had some relationship, not some but close relationship with Ishvara. And then now he says that I am about to die. And now I do not have my strength with me. And he is praying to sun that you are so bright and so resplendent that I cannot even look at your face. So he says, please remove that brightness, remove that shine so that I can look at you. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya pihitam mukham tatvam pushan apavrunu satya dharmaya drishte, so that I can look at you. He is ordering, he is ordering sun to remove the brightness so that he can watch. And in the next mantra, he is making a prayer to Vayu Devata that please take away all my sins. Take away all my sins. Now, these prayers are of the devotee who has worshipped sun and Vayu, that is air. But as I said, we can take it as a simple prayer also of a mumukshu who is about to go. And everybody has to go. But at the end, he is now praying that please do this for me, and see to it that I merge in you. I merge in you, and all my sins are removed. Take care of me with a certain right. He is just asserting, the devotee is asserting in the end. Because see, in our culture, we believe that antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yav prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshayah. This is what Lord Krishna says in the 8th chapter of Gita. And the 8th chapter of Gita is pertaining to death. What happens before death and what thoughts come to you. This mantra is there, this verse is there. Because we believe that our next journey will be in keeping with our last thoughts. This is what we believe. Antakale. Next journey will be decided by the last thoughts which take hold of my mind. So don't think that now I need not worry. At the end, I will take Ishvara's name. And then my next journey will be towards that. Let me tell you, at the end, there is no such freedom. At the end, don't think that you can will for Ishvara's name to come on your lips. It's not possible. Why? Because the person is going, all his energies have gone. There is so much of concern. This is what Shastra says. This is what we see also. That at the end there is so much of concern about protecting yourself and not going. So at that time, you cannot decide that let me take Ishvara's name. So Bhagavan says, Lord Krishna says, that at the end, Bhagavan's name will come only and only if throughout my life or on the major chunk of life, there has been devotion in my life, there has been purity in my life, and meritorious deeds are there in my life. Only then and then they will take hold of me at the end. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. So a bhakta prays in Bhagavatam, Krishna tvadiya pada pankaja pinjarante adhyeva me vishatu manasa raja hamsa. He says, oh Krishna, please take my mind, capture my mind in the feet of on your lotus feet from now itself. Capture my mind in the lotus feet of your beautiful lotus feet now itself. Why? Because at the end I will not be able to tell my mind, now think of Krishna. There, then that time other things become predominant. So do it now, because at the end, this is what the mantra says. Prana prayana samaye kafavata pittaihi vishatuma. So he says at the end there is so much of pull of cough and different things, so many things are happening, body is fighting. So much is happening at the end. So at that time, I will not be able to think of you. So do it now, so at the end automatically it will come. Automatically it has to come. And when will it automatically come? When the groove is formed now, when the channel is formed now, then at the end the thoughts will come there. So here also a devotee is praying, because we believe that after death there are two paths. There is Uttarayana Marga and Dakshinayana. There are two paths. One is the path of northern solstice and the other is the path of southern solstice. Now we believe, in Indian culture it is believed according to Vedas, that if you go through the northern solstice, then your journey will be upwards. And if you go through the southern solstice, then you will come back. Come back in the sense, the life of samsara will continue. See, these are all this is all there in our culture. So people want to go by the northern solstice. But how can you decide? You don't control. You can control your present. Then future will be taken care of. Don't think at future it will happen. I will at the end take Narayana. People speak like this. No, everybody, all the relatives and children and everybody sits around. Oh daddy, please take name of Narayana, Narayana. They may not say anything, but they keep on uttering Bhagavad Gita. Then the things are put, music is put, Rama, 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 hoping that he is hearing, hoping that he is listening. Who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody knows that is because they may be in coma, they may not be in their right state of mind. That is what Shastra says. I have not experienced. Because otherwise you will ask me, what happens? This happens at the end. We have to take care of it now, not antakale. That is why after this scene, beautifully, in 8th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, see what rich culture we have and what an amount of resources we have. It is said that yam yam vapis smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. As I said, at the end, the thought which is there, your gati, your next journey will be in keeping with the last thought. And so Bhagavan gives the method. He says, sada tad bhavam. Therefore, because at the end you will not be able to control. So, do it now. Tasmat, he says, tasmat means therefore. Sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. Therefore, O Arjuna, at all the times, sarveshu kaleshu, take my name, think of it, take my name. Swamini, if I take, who will go to work? Who will cook? Which means, it doesn't say that you stop working, but see the words. Sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara, remember me, and yudhyacha, and do whatever, because before Lord Krishna, Arjuna is standing and Arjuna has to fight. So Bhagavan says, fight for me. Mam anusmara yudhyacha, which means do your duties for me. Perform your duties as a sense of offering to me, in the sense of offering to me, not to the ego, but to the Ishvara who is there in the form of the creation. So in life, we proceed from ego to Ishvara. Less of I, more of Ishvara. That is the maturity. That is the correct path, that slowly and slowly and slowly ego becomes less and less and less. And who occupies? Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. That when you do right from whenever you get that understanding, when you wake up, start doing that. It is never too late. It is never too late. So begin. So when the present is taken care of, when in the present you make the correct choice, then the future is guaranteed. Future is guaranteed. Understand? Because present will come in the form of future. What you do now, the results of that will be before you in the future. What you did in the past is in the form of the present here. What you do today will become your tomorrow. So, tomorrow is not in my hands. Today is in my hands. This moment is in my hand. Take every moment at a time, one step. This moment I take hold of. This moment. This moment. In this way, proceed in life. So, the prayer is, somebody had asked a question last night, that at the time of end, at the end time, what prayers? That prayer should be done throughout the life. Throughout life. That, oh Ishvara, be with me. Take care of me. Give me right buddhi. Right, give me the correct ability to choose correct path at every moment. I don't get lured. I don't get tempted by momentary things. Don't let me get captured and attracted, lured by temporary things. And I be able to see in and through each and everything what is important, what is lasting. That and for that we need Ishvara's help. See, understand. Our teacher says, living intelligently is seeking help when you require. Don't be too proud. No, I don't go to temple, I don't believe this, I don't believe that. Then what do you believe in? Our capacities are limited. To be able to pray is also sometimes not in our hands. That you can pray is the biggest and the best use of free will. That I can pray, that I can choose this path is the biggest and the best use of free will. Otherwise, with free will, I would have chosen something else. So, pray to Ishvara. You have to invoke His grace. Call out to Him. Reach out to Him. Be with me. And for that, a relationship has to be established. Your love, your devotion will come out best in the form of a relationship. So with Ishvara also have relationship. Have some sambandha with your Ishta Devata. We require that help. So in a sambandha, that is why we see in our Shastra, in Puranas and things like that, devotees are related to Ishvara in different ways. For gopis, he was their beloved. For Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ishvara was mother. For some, Arjuna, Ishvara is friend. Sudama, friend. For some child, in Vaishnava Sampradaya, They look upon Ishvara as child and tender to him all the time. Wake him up, dress him up, feed him, things like that. And somebody may make fun of it also. Is he eating? Is he doing this? He may eat or not, but my bhavana is there. It is bhavana which is going to work. Bhavana will make the idol live. The idol, that is the image, will become live with your bhavana. So do that. Do that when you are living. Have some relationship. Man is helpless. You have to seek his help, and he is not helpless. He is all powerful, all knowing. I am not all powerful. I don't know what is going to happen next moment. Next moment whether this speech will come out or not, who knows? Who knows? Do we not see that people give massive attack? Massive. And then gone. We don't know. What is up in the sleeves of the future? We do not know. So, it is pragmatic to pray. It is pragmatic to pray. When you need help, seek help. Be humble. Be humble. And pray. Ishvara, some people argue, if he is Ishvara, he should help. Then what is your problem but in praying? We are too proud to recognize him. So there are certain obstacles in praying also. Obstacles. Mainly ego. Ego. Okay. But then at least pray to remove this ego. To remove this biggest problem. Kamaha, Krodhaha, Lobhaha. But I can't help it. Then pray to him that remove this Kamaha, Krodhaha, Lobhaha. Do you require Ishvara's help to remove these problems? They don't go otherwise. So, they are there, and they, as long as they are there, no progress is there. They stand as major obstacles, and I cannot do anything about it. My strength is less, is falling short. Then what do? Don't resign. Don't resign until the last breath. No, I have now given up. I can't do anything. Don't resign. Don't resign. Keep on taking, keep on seeking Ishvara's help. He won't betray you. He will not betray you. With each name he is coming. He is coming towards you. He is not deaf. He is not each and if bhavana inside also he listens. Knows all the languages also. So reach out, call out. Bhagwan's name has lots of power. Unbelievable power. So imagine Upanishad, after talking about all this, talks about prayer at the end. And prayer of a upasaka who has worshipped Ishvara all his life. He may have worshipped different devatas, Surya Devata and Vayu Devata. And in the last mantra, he is praying to Agni Devata. Because why? Agni, because he says, this is my last offering. When in the end the body will be put on the funeral pyre. So he says, that will be my last offering. And burn away all my sins. He says that in an assertive mode. You have to do it. He says, do it. When can you say, do it for me? When can you say? Some relation is there, then only. Otherwise, to a stranger, you cannot say. To this corpse here, can you say? Can you say? We are looking at them, we get scared. You can't say anything to them. Whom can you say? Tell me. Sometimes wife also cannot tell her husband. The husband is so intimidating. But the grandchild will go and say. grandchild will pull his beard also. And with him he will be fine. He will be okay. In short, what I mean is a bond has to be there. A bond has to be established. Then Arjuna could say, drive my chariot. He could order Bhagavan, drive my chariot. And Bhagavan did not say, no, am I a driver? Am I your driver, chauffeur, that I will drive your chariot? But he said, Ratham Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Stapaya Mechyuta. Oh Achyuta, place my chariot in between the two armies. And he did. When can you say that? When that closeness, that proximity, and that is the work of whole lifetime. Do that. Begin at any time. Bhagavan is right here. He will. So we have to tap the grace. It is available. Tap it. Tap it. Tap it. It is available for all. But we have to open that tap by invoking him. So this is how beautifully the Upanishad concludes. And in short, in this just 18 mantras, this Upanishad has everything to make our life successful in the real terms of the word. Not successful materially. That is fine. That has its own place. But success, real success, is when you find that Ishvara is here also Ishvara, there also Ishvara, there also nothing but Ishvara. Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kincha. There is nothing but Ishvara. And I am not separated from him. I am he is me. Soham, Saha Aham, Aham Saha, Saha Aham Saha. So this is beautifully given in this Upanishad. With that, we conclude our talks. Om Purnamataః Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha.
Swamini, there is no word I could say.